rather have one $30,000 truck running or have five $6,000 trucks running?
I'm gonna pick five.
Okay, now tell me why. Tell me why you say the five.
They paid for it, and it's gonna make it turn around. It's gonna make the money back anyway. It's gonna do the same thing as a $30,000 truck, and you own it.
Okay.
And it's legit.
Okay. Now, what did you say, Victoria?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Because when we put me in a bill, I'm gonna turn me down. I'll be debt free. Why would I want to put myself in a bigger debt when I can overturn the money in with the 5 trucks I already got? It's already paid for.
That's right. And so this is the case in point. This is the reason why I am not ever intimidated to sit beside no other food truck. Nowhere. I don't care how much money they put in it. I don't care what they truck look like. And I instill that in them boys. Your stuff you own. You own yours. And you be proud of.
That's the point I was telling Taylor and Taylor because they were talking about this about the truck. It's just minor things that's wrong with my truck. And I told them, why would I go buy myself, get myself back in debt for the car when I got a truck that's already paid for?
I said, no. You build your brand based on what you have, because anytime you get started in anything, I don't care how much money it looks like that thing is making. It's a lot of money going out. Just like Tasty Treats. It's a lot of money going out. We took 2 weeks. With 2 weeks, them boys didn't run, and we feel it. We feeling them 2 weeks because you are building. They worked the past couple of days, didn't do well at all in the places that they went because you're building. You're building. It's wisdom principles in this. Things about us. I'm natural and I'm spiritual. We're talking with y'all. There's the wisdom principles in this thing. And so I said to him, second thing that I said to him that I challenged Fred on, I said another thing. I said, you go, I said, I watch you. I said, and you pride yourself on talking to people that you think got money. You think that they got money. So you pride yourself on talking to them because that's what's been embedded in your head, is to go to these people that you think that have money. I said, but let me show you something. I said, I want to ask you a question. The person that has money in the bank, say they got $1 million in the bank. That $1 million is sitting in that bank. But then there is this other person that's going to the bank steadily making deposits every week. I said, which one you rather be? What you want, Tootie? Oh, all right. So I'm asking y'all that question. One got $1 million in the bank. It's just a meal. It's a meal week 1. It's a meal week 2. It's a meal week 3. It's a meal week 4. But you got this person here going to the bank every week, making deposits. 1,000 this week, 2,000 this week, 3,000 next week. Might drop back to another 1,000 this week. Which one you rather have? Which one you rather be?
Deposits every week.
Why would you want to be the one that's making the deposits every week?
Because I'm steady building.
That means something is always changing.
I'm adding on.
Something is...
That meal since cheaper.
That's right. See, that $1 million exemplifies a person that has a locked-in mentality. They've literally plateaued because that's all they wanted to gain. And it's not doing anything. It's not doing nothing. So it's not creating generational wealth. God help me. It's not creating generational. I feel this thing so strong on me, y'all. 2022, I'm at your neck. It's not building any type of generational wealth. It's not setting up any type of future. I made a decision this morning about some of my personal stuff, my insurances and all. Put certain stipulations on them. My kids probably gonna be like, might be mad. I don't care. They can't whoop me dead or alive. But that meal is not doing anything. It's not inspiring anybody. It's just sitting there for some type of self-gratification that the individual needed. It's just sitting there. So, in life and what is going on in life, it's a balance. Life has to have a balance about it, and it is natural and spiritual. So it has to have a balance about itself. My biggest thing is I don't want to use the word fear. I don't want to say my biggest fear. I don't like that, because I don't think fear is the proper word for that. My biggest issue, let's give it issue. My biggest issue is this right here. Is for some reason I believe that people are of a mindset of thinking that when they get like a certain age that there's nothing else for them to do. That they just can't be nothing else. Where in the hell did that come from? I'm serious. I meant it the way I said it too. Like, where did this come from? Of literally like this is it. I do understand that we have what is called retirement age. I do get that we have what is known as retirement age, and that is because of the simple fact of, the average lifespan of man. The scripture talks about how, the span of man being around 70 years. So, but I want y'all to look at that. Okay, so if the average lifespan is 70, well, they say that you can semi-retire at 62. Well, you only got 8 years to enjoy all the labor that you've done. Then they say 65 is full retirement, so they only give you 5 years to be retired and die. Look at it. They only give you 5 years. I want y'all to look at all of this stuff that I ain't paid attention to, that I pay attention to now. They only give you 5 years to retire and die. Has anybody other than me saw that? Because I just seen it, really paying attention to it. Anybody else seen that? Average lifespan is 70, they say. If you live beyond 70, then they say you are tremendously blessed.
I knew it wasn't much time.
They say you are tremendously blessed if you live beyond 70 years. Those are your golden years. Some would say it like this. The old myth is that if you live beyond 70, that is God's way of blessing you for good things that you did, for good deeds that you did, seeds you sowed in other people's lives, and that type of stuff like that. So, that's an old myth that has come with people living beyond 70. But if you think about it, 62, you can start retiring halfway, half 50-50, start drawing 50% of your money, and then 50% still being employed. 62, so that you say it's 8 years, but then a full retirement, 65, 5 years, and they're considering that you're not going to make it. So then that means that all of your life, you've literally had to be laboring. You've had to be, literally working. Now, not to say that there's something against working, because it's not. If a man doesn't work, he will not eat. That is so true. And there's nothing wrong with that. Working has literally kept the vitality of many people's lives, because it gives something to be able to do. It causes the body to be able to, to be moving and all that. You are in much better shape moving than you are just lying around and never getting up doing anything. I can tell a difference in myself in a few weeks of just having to sit around after the surgery. So I hate it too, just to be honest, because I feel, my joints and all that stuff like that hurt because just sitting around, it literally takes the vitality out of your life. It removes that from your life, so I can understand. But what I'm saying to y'all is catch the context of what is being put out and the way the natural has this thing set up to say that you're only going to live only just a few years after retirement anyway. So 5 years to look back and enjoy all that you have done. So let's just say let's just say that in the entire span of your work, when you look back over it, let's use a sharecropper as an example. I feel this thing in my heart this morning. Why is it so heavy, God? But I was sitting in my chest. But let's use a sharecropper. God, man, you're turning something. He's been a sharecropper all this time, up until it's the time for, let's just say, retirement age. Master is not going to release him. He's not going to work him in the fields anymore because, he's just done out of age. But he's done this work for 50 years of his life and looks and sees nothing to show of it. What y'all think about that?
That's a hell of a thing right now. That's just like a farmer. Once he plants his seed, he expects a harvest in due season. And if he don't get it, boy, that's a that's an upset. You're expecting something out of something.
If all you do is build up for somebody else and never build anything for you, that's where you'll be. You have to find somehow, some way to do something that speaks of who you are and what your brand is. If you don't, then you've done nothing in your life but been a money chaser.
It made me think about how you work for somebody else, and your main focus is for that other person, and then you retire, and then you sitting there like, okay, what am I going to do for myself? It's like you help build for somebody else, but you're really not building for yourself. And it comes to a place of being empty.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I can't hardly stand this, y'all. This junk sitting on me heavy.
I misunderstood it, what we was discussing.
What part you fell off on?
In reference to, I recall the fact that the money situation about the bank, the depositor versus the one that got money sitting in there. So the topic, what is the topic of the day? Did you specify that? Because I missed the beginning.
I didn't actually just give a topic to it. But I'm actually talking this morning about, let's just call it, what about you?
Gotcha, Pastor.
Let's call it, what about you? What about you? If just what, I mean, Yoda nailed it. If all you do is going to be about for someone else, what about you? What about